Well, this is the Mathematical Toolkit tool, and you can have your icon on the desktop like that. Double click to start. This Mathematical Toolkit is in fact 3 tools within one. We'll look at all 3 of them, but first we're going to start with the charting tool. So we double click here and we're opened up to a fairly simple screen, but there's 3 sections to it. Here, File, and the viewing area. Here's the chart data, which we've done at the moment, and the chart type. So here we can see we can use either a bar chart, pie chart, box and whisker, or scattergram or scatter plot, perhaps, as we know it a little bit better, and some other things too, which we'll come back to. Let's put some data in first though. So to put data in, we add a row. In here we're just going to use list 1. We put in some event that's happened. I don't know, what will we call it? We'll just say I don't know, survey of the students, and in here let's say it's what their pets are. So let's say 3 have got cats. Add another row. We've got, it's actually quite tricky just to get that. 6 students have dogs, and we'll just do one more. I don't know, I'll make a different number here. 2 students have fish. That'll do. So there we've got some data put in. Notice that it gives a different colour. It just randomly assigns colours to these here, and here you've got the frequency of occurrence of whatever it is that you're surveying perhaps, and here the label, which you can change to whatever you like. I'm going to leave it as raw data. Here you can add more rows, delete all of the rows, or just to delete one row. Now we go to the chart type. As I said, we're going to choose a bar chart. Now here it's list 1 that I was using, and I want in list 1 to say what was the highest number. So let's just go back. We can see the highest frequency here was 6, so perhaps if that's the case we might leave it as well, 10's probably reasonable, but I think we can put it in steps of 1, and we only want to look at list 1. So let's draw the grid now, and so here it comes up called list 1, and there's your frequency there, and we had 3 cats, 6 dogs, and so forth. So that's pretty much it. A couple of other little things you can do. If you don't want to call it list 1, we can go in here and call it whatever you like, and if I just go back into here and refresh it, you'll see it's changed that there to frequency. Another quite good thing this does is here's show statistics. So if I click on this, and list 1 was all we were using, and it will tell me that the minimum value was 2, maximum was 6, and also gives me the mean and median. So that could be useful for our students as well. It's quite easy to change to a different sort of graph just by clicking this here and just sticking with the one there and drawing it. We just simply change it, so it gives you your labels, as you can see, fish, cats, dogs, whatever the case is. Box and whisker plot, probably not something that we'd be interested in year 8, but it'll do that for us as well. Just note that down, perhaps a few more senior students. And 2 as a scatter plot, and this is for 2 variables, and we of course didn't have 2 variables. So look, that's the basics of it. I'll just go up here, and I've prepared a file. So if I open a file, I put one on the desktop, there it is. So you have also the ability to save. Now this has gone right up the top here because what it'll do is save your data only. It doesn't save any of the formatting. So here my highest is 32, so I need to add a row. Did I just delete that row? I need to go to the chart type, and perhaps I'll put, say, 35, and we might go up in steps of well, perhaps steps of 5, and that's it there. So I draw the grid now, and that brings it back. So this is a frequency diagram. And this is something like you would have for the dual dice activity here. because what I've written down the side here is throwing 2 dice. What results could you get? Well, 2 die, the minimum number you can get is 2, or 3, 4, 5, etc., up to the maximum number of 12. And I've put in here the frequency with which you might get those numbers. Now I just made these numbers here up, but they are something like you would expect with this type of pattern that you would expect. Again, we can look at the statistics, and students can look at the maximum and minimum values, and we can discuss with them the difference of mean and median if that was our purpose in here. But look, that's about it for this tool, but quite useful for putting data in which you will get from wherever, surveys that you do or activities you do with the students, and here we're able to draw them quite quickly and even change the chart types. Great for discussing the differences between these types of charts and what we might get out of them. Just here, last thing there, if I had have done this as I did before, I can save it as a file which I can keep working on later, or the students can do that. Alright, so that's about it for the charting tool.